So right now we're standing right at the mouth of Chesapeake Bay. About 13 miles this way is Fisherman's Island. Right up here is Fort Story, which is the area where untold numbers of our shad and river herring species actually pass each spring as they're headed upriver to places like Fredericksburg, Washington, D.C., and Richmond to actually spawn. These species live most of their life out in the ocean waters, and then they come in every spring, somewhat like salmon do, in order to actually spawn. And then those young will spend the next year or so of their lives in the river systems and in the Chesapeake Bay before they head out and actually join the adults that migrate up and down the coast. Historically, they supported large commercial fisheries all along the Chesapeake Bay region. They also are important ecologically because they serve as a food source for a number of different species in Chesapeake Bay. Small shad and river herring are eaten by a host of different birds like ospreys and loons and bald eagles, and they also serve as food for a number of our different important fish species like striped bass.
After passing the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay, shad and river herring will swim upstream rivers such as the James, the Rappahannock, and the Potomac to about Richmond, Virginia, Fredericksburg, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. to reach the spawning reaches. After that, each fish will deposit somewhere between 100,000 and 600,000 eggs that'll gently float in the water for the next 7 to 10 days. After hatching, the small fry will live in those areas and in the rivers throughout the summer. In the fall, the fish will then start to migrate into the Chesapeake Bay and then eventually back out the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay and eventually join back up with the adult population that lives out in the ocean.
So thanks for learning a little bit about American shad and river herring with us today. I actually got my start working on the American shad restoration project here in Virginia many years ago. It's one of our annual spring species that joins us here in Chesapeake Bay. And if you're lucky enough to be in the tidal areas around Richmond, Fredericksburg, or Washington, D.C., you can actually see these fishes spawning each spring. And if you're an angler, they're great fun on light tackle or fly rods to catch throughout the springtime.